Then a late post-match interview here from North Greenford, because we were both reasonably upset by our lack of effort. What you call everybody not putting in a full shift, so I didn't really want to talk to you on Saturday. But it's Wednesday now. Let's try and reflect on North Greenford after we've seen the other results. What do you think?
Yeah, just like I said to you on the coach, you know, this league ain't been grabbed by the scruff of the neck yet from any one of 4 clubs that we fancy is going to be in the mix, and I'm disappointed that we haven't done that yet. You know, we've dropped seriously some points that we shouldn't have dropped, and I'd like to think if we'd have been anywhere near where we should be, we could be 6 points clear at the top of this league. But we've dropped too many stupid points, and Saturday was another one of them, because no disrespect to Greenford, they were bottom of the league and we were top of the league, so we should be looking to get 3 points there. But 3 or 4 players didn't perform. It felt like we'd gone back a month to when we was playing the likes of Northwood away and Thurmby away and Bedford second half, and we looked like we'd lost our way again. So when we'd previously had 3 victories of 3-0, 3-1, 3-0, and it looked like we was moving in the right direction. But so Saturday was really disappointing, because we had a really good start, and then it looked like the players thought, you know, we'll win this at a canter, and it was too late, and it was 2 points dropped before the match. In the end, it was a point gained.
Yeah, it was, and when we actually look at it afterwards, there wasn't a lot of damage done, but that's not the point. You know, the thing is, we're still joint second. We're only 1 point behind Slough. So again, the results went our way. Biggleswade got beat and Bedworth got beat or drew, but that's not the point, is it? You know, we've had great opportunity to get something together, and I think with the exception of Northwood away, I think all of the other games we should have won.
Yeah, without a doubt, and that's what's disappointing, because at 2 of our 3 main rivals in Biggleswade and Bedworth, the last 3 games Bedworth have drew them all, and Biggleswade have drew 3 and lost 1. Now imagine if we would have our last 4 league games is we've won 2, lost 1 and drew 1. If we'd have won all of them, we took 5 points on those clubs, but we haven't done that, and that's what's disappointing. And someone soon, Slough, Bedworth, Biggleswade, one of them clubs soon is going to go on a run and win 7 or 8 games, and we need to start doing it before somebody else jumps out the pack and gets in front of us and gets a march on us. So that's what's disappointing, and the players need to start showing a little bit more consistency with regards to work rate. You know, performances I can put up with, but if you don't put the work rate in, you know, that's something that no manager puts up with. So that's got to change on a consistent basis.
Well, if the work rate's put in, the ability's there, the quality's there, and everything come through, and it really is down to work rate, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
End of story. That's all it is, and that's not hard to address, is it?
You can't have any quality in a game as an individual if you've not put no work into it. Yeah. If you work hard, your touch is there, your awareness is there, your sharpness is there. It all works around work rate, the intensity of football. If you're too relaxed and you're not working hard, the rest of it falls apart.
Okay, right, so we'll put that one behind us.
With the other 4?
With the other 4. But we're still in a good position, you know, and I sat on the coach coming back and I'm thinking, we've only played 12 games and we've got 40 to play. We're only just kissing the start of the season.
Feels like I've been in this league a year already.
It seems like it's near the end of the season, you know, the trauma we've had through the season. But, you know, we're not used to losing, and, you know, we have to learn how to lose, even though we don't want to, but we have to address it. And there's a long, long way to go. You know, I've always said if we're in the mix at Christmas, I'll be more than happy, because I think we're capable of doing it. So let's move on to the big story of the week, and Junior. Some adverse comments from supporters who, you know, all due respect to them, don't actually understand what's been going on with Junior since he went on his trial at Peterborough, and it was our decision to allow him to go away for 6 weeks. So just to put the supporters at ease, tell them what we decided and why we decided it.
Yeah, I mean, basically what it's been is he had a great pre-season. He went on loan, not on loan, he had a trial at Peterborough right at the end of the season, just before we were about to start. And since Junior's come back from Peterborough, I can really only remember one outstanding game or to a standard that he plays at, and that was rugby. Other than that, he stuttered right the way through it. He hasn't trained particularly well. You can tell when you speak to him that he's not totally focused, and as every week went by, he seemed to me like he was getting less and less interested in playing for St Neots Football Club. He was getting his head turned from friends of his that were at pro clubs and saying, Junior, you're fantastic, and you know, you should come on trial with us and try and get yourself a deal. So in the end, it got to a stage where, I mean, the 3 games that we've mentioned already that we won 3-0, 3-1 and 3-0, Junior didn't start in any of them. I started him against North Greenford, and it's probably our worst performance out of the 4, and I had to take him off 10 minutes into the second half. It just became apparent, and it will affect other players as well as the manager, that Junior was no longer putting in a required standard for this football club. So I made a decision on Saturday on the way home on the coach, and I phoned Junior Saturday night, went through it with him, and he understood and agreed that he felt that he wasn't now committed to St Neots, and he needed to go and find out whether he could be a professional football player. And so we left it that Junior, go away, try and become a professional football player, and if you can't, you're welcome back with open arms, providing you've got the same commitment as you had last year and you want to give your utmost for St Neots. Otherwise it's never going to work. So that's the reason, because otherwise at the moment we're just carrying a player that can't perform to his potential. Yeah, we don't want to lose him, but there again we want him to, you know, to either get a contract or get this out of his system and come back and play for us, get back to the high quality and the standard he can play, and then he'll be spotted again, because he is a good player. But you know, Junior's either a fantastic player or not interested, and I noticed at training last week, when he turned up at training, he was miserable, and I haven't seen Junior like that. Junior just wants to play football, and I don't think he wants to play football at the moment. He just feels he can turn up and be a professional, but he can't. Yeah, well, I mean, the problem is, Mike, you know, he got a lot of attention last year, then he had the Peterborough thing in the summer, and since then I've probably had at least 4 phone calls from different agents, all speaking about Junior. Now, Junior's never had an agent before. Now, you know, someone's smelling a little bit of you know, something, whatever agents get, I don't know, but someone's smelling something. They're turning his head, they're telling me he should be going here and should be going there, and Junior's all confused with it all, but what he thinks is he's going to get an opportunity somewhere to play professional football, and that's the problem we've got at the moment. He's hit a brick wall with us at the moment. And you know, we've had to let him go. We don't want to let him go, but we've had to let him go to try and fulfil his dream. Well, for the good of him and for the good of the club, we've let him go. We've retained his contract, so we're still in control of the situation. He's still on contract for the rest of the year, and we'll see. And you know, we just monitor it, and the supporters just have to understand that it's best for our football club. It doesn't affect the team. Our FA Trophy game on Saturday against Billericay. You and I went there last night. We've had a long conversation about it, and we both come to the same view on what we need to do, what we don't need to do. We're not going to say live on SNTV what we're going to do, but let's talk about the opposition. We saw them beat Tooting and Mitcham 5-1 when we left. Tell the supporters what we thought about them. Yeah, I mean, if I'm giving an honestly fair reflection of the game, Tooting and Mitcham were really unfortunate in a sense, and that sounds silly at 5-1, but they've got blasted out the tracks within 6 minutes. Billericay has had 2 real good bits of fortune where the balls fell in their path in the first 6 minutes, and they've had 2 great finishes, to be fair to them, but they've finished it off in 6 minutes. They're 2-0 up. But Tooting and Mitcham, for the whole of the first half after that, has played all the football, had most of the possession, and then they get a wide free kick with about 5 minutes to go to half time, and you know, a dangerous thing that we're going to have to look after on Saturday. Good ball in the box, and the big centre half scored, made it 3-0, so they're going to half time 3-0 up. So the game's dead, but again, Tooting second half, playing most of the football. But Billericay were very, very good up front. 2 players up front, very, very hard working and good quality, and they got 2 goals in the second half with the 2 centre forwards working it between themselves. But you can see why that Billericay are top of the league. They've got everything that you want in a football team with regards to work rate, size. They've got the long throws. They've got the good deliveries from set pieces. They've got a good physicality. So that they're always going to put you under pressure, and if they ain't got a foothold in the game, so they're a real decent side at that level, and we're going to be under a lot of pressure on Saturday.
Yeah, it was silly.
Tooting just lacked a little bit of quality in the final third. It was all good up until then, but they didn't have the killer pass, and they didn't have the touch and finishes when they was around the box. But no, I mean, it's going to be a completely different game to what we've had all this year. The nearest probably team that's come to it have been Sutton Coldfield with regards to physicality, but they're a knowledgeable team, Billericay. They've got good players in the right areas, and you can see why they're top of the league for sure. I mean, they've scored 9 goals in their last 2 league games. Yeah. They've got goals throughout the side for other reasons rather than playing football. You know, dead balls are as good as a team I've seen at any level with regards to delivery and commitment. The two centre forwards were a great four for each other. One big, one small, one quick, but the other one's still mobile. So no, they're going to be a real tough test. But you know, we've got confidence in our team, Mike, and we're going there to try and get a result. Yeah,
and you know, the best team I've seen us play against, you know, even pre-season taking away the professional sides, was Chelmsford. And I think Billericay were a bit like Chelmsford. I felt Chelmsford a bit better. But what we did show, and what you spoke about earlier about commitment and work rate, you know, if we're not going to put the commitment and work rate, we might as well not turn up.
No, agreed. I mean, Chelmsford were excellent, and you know, they were like us, but probably better. That they had quick players that could pass the ball, and they had excitement all around the team. Billericay are slightly different to that, but just as effective. But you know, it's going to be a contrast of two different teams. You know, that they will know about us, that we like to try and get the ball down and play, and they don't mind going longer a bit quicker, and they're there to clear their lines and keep a shape and a good work ethic, and they don't give you too much space to play into. And somehow on Saturday we've got to try and find that space.
Yeah, and I don't see no reason why we don't. We've got to go down there confident. We're a good side. I don't think they've seen us. Do you think they've had us watched? If they did, they wouldn't have seen nothing. Yeah, they come last Saturday, that's for sure.
I hope they did have us watch, because we've been awful.
I know. Maybe that was a secret weapon of you against last Saturday against North Greenford.
If they had watched us at Greenford, they'd have gone home after 20 minutes.
Did you do it on purpose in case they were watching? So we were awful. You know. So we got a chance. Look, we've got a good chance. We're going to take a good support down there. We play our game. We keep the ball away from them. We're a different sort of team that they've played, and you know how we handle them. Yeah, we've got a problem there, but they got a problem how they're going to handle us as well.
Yeah, we've just got to defend well and ride our luck. You know, there's going to be balls bouncing about. They're going to win a lot of first headers, and we've got to pick up the second ball. So we've got to ride our luck and defend with a good determination and composure. And if we have a little bit of luck, we've got a great chance.
Okay, well, let's get on to Saturday, and let's hope the interview after or next week, or it is going to be a positive one. Yeah.
Yeah, let's hope so.
So do I.
Cheers, pal. Cheers.